Hope the sun is shining wherever you are and you are living in your greatest purpose. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Thank you to all who have booked personal readings, all the channel members, new subscribers. I'm going to. Hey y'all, peace, love, and divine light. Good to see you. If you are just tuning in, welcome. Welcome. If you are tuning in, welcome. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm gonna give everyone a chance to join in on the live, so that way everyone can catch as much as possible. Okay, death and rebirth energy is showing up. All right, so I'm going to do a live reading, and I'm not sure if this is going to be a members only reading. It might be. It might be a members only reading. We'll see what happens. Death and rebirth is showing up, and Two of Pentacles. Okay, so this death and rebirth energy, there could be, I'm getting that the fact that these two are showing up together, there could be something that many of you could be balancing out as it relates to like some transformative moment, if you will. So there's some aspect of possibly like a major transformation that's happening for you, that many of you could be in the process of, like, you're balancing something out. You're balancing things out. And while you are trying to balance it out, I'm getting this energy that you may feel the need to balance it out, because it's like there's polar opposite things that are happening, right? Polar opposite energies. So many of you, this energy that I'm getting, okay? This energy that I'm getting here, okay, so this energy that I'm getting here, right? Um, it's an energy of balancing light and what's in the shadows. Okay, you have a major transformation. Okay, you are in the process of a major transformative moment in your life, in this cycle of your life. All right. And we all go through various cycles, of our growth, our spiritual growth, just our life in general. And what I'm getting here is like there's this need or this possible want, okay, that you have to balance the energy of light and the energy that's in the shadows. That's what this is about. Okay? And this balance that's happening for you, it's not a small thing. Okay? It's not a small thing. In essence, I'm even getting that some of you may feel like this is the first time in your life, in your existence, that you are fully aware that that's what you're doing. That you are fully aware that you are, in fact, working actively to balance those energies out. Okay? this energy of light and dark. That's what this is. Okay. And depending on who you are and where you're at in your spiritual walk, one of these represent the energy of light, and one of these represent the energies that are in the shadows. Okay. Things that are hidden, things that you may not see. You may feel them, you intuitively feel them. All right. So for some of you, it's this energy right here that represents the energy of light. For some of you, you may feel like the energy of light is more so on the bottom side, where you feel like perhaps you'd like a lot more light than you actually have. Okay? For some of you, it seems like the energy that is in the shadows, it's holding more weight. Okay? It's possibly holding more weight than you'd like it to. All right? That doesn't necessarily mean that it's an indication of you not being aware. It just means that you may feel like there's more of this energy currently, this energy of things hidden in the shadows that you could possibly be feeling like you're dealing more of it. Like it feels like it's weighing, or it's taking more precedence than you would like it to. And for some of you, this is that energy right here. For some of you, you feel like the energy of light is a lot more augmented. It's a lot more, it's a lot stronger. Okay? And regardless of where you are with this, okay, it's definitely all related to your transformation. Okay? It's all connected to your transformation. And there could be some energies regarding that. All right? There could be some energies regarding that. For some of you, that energy of light, or the energy of the shadows, I feel like these two are energies that could be telling you more of what you have within, as well as what you have without. There could be something about that as well. Death and rebirth. It's almost giving this energy that is like, okay, it's almost giving this energy that it's like one of these for many of you is death and the other is rebirth, right? Like it's almost giving this energy of something that you could be fighting against, whether you are aware or not. Okay? And whatever it is that you're fighting against, it could be an energy of some sort. It could be an energy that you're very well aware of, conscious of, for many of you. For some of you, it could be an energy that you're trying to be a lot more aware of as you are coming into your awakening. Regardless, like this Two of Pentacles energy is definitely giving an energy of something, whether it is within or without, that you are fighting against or fighting, and fighting could be for some of you that it could be a term that's relevant. For some of you, you could be approaching it differently, yet it just feels like it's an energy of something that you're trying to balance out. Yet it's giving, okay, I'm not sure what that energy that's in the shadows is for some of you. Yet, you know, what you are working on is fighting towards that light. And that light, whatever that light is for many of you, that is it feels like that's what you need, or that's what you get to do in order for you to go through, like, you know, this period of time. it's a very, for many of you, this is like a very defining moment for you in your spiritual growth, in your transformation. Okay. And this is going to resonate with some, and some are going to be like, what is this kind of thing? Okay. Death and rebirth. Okay. And it's interesting that this is showing up. I always feel like this energy it always shows up at the right time. It always shows up at the right time, at the right moments. And some of you will know, what I'm talking about. This could be an ancestor. This could be the energy of, some energy in the spirit realm that's like, okay, that's assisting you. For some of you, that literally shows up at the right time when it needs to, in order to assure that it's like that you successfully go through this transformation, that you remove yourself from some crossroad. You see, every time I see this card right here, this always gives Legba energy. This always gives an energy of crossroads. Okay. And when I see that it's with the death and rebirth, like it gives more of that energy. And also, birds in, I want to say it's Yoruba, it represents Eshu, which is also Legba. Okay. So you are going through a major, transformative moment. See, you see that light? For many of you, that's exactly what you're finding. Okay, that's exactly what it is. It's giving like this energy of a fight between light and whatever it is that's hidden in the shadows for you. That's what this transformative moment is about for many of you. Literally pressing on in order for you to manifest something greater that you've always seen for yourself. Trying to keep that light lit, okay, in possibly even a period of time where, it seems that the shadows, right, this energy of the shadows has kind of like taken more of, it appears that way. That's what it's giving. It's not necessarily the case. For many of you, it appears as if the energy that's in the shadows, is winning. It appears that, whatever is hidden, that may not be working towards your highest good. It appears that way, that it seems to be more prevalent or stronger than the energy of light for many of you. So much so that many of you may feel like, you could be one of very few that actually possess the light that this entity has. See, for many of you, whoever it is that's in this seat, okay, for many of you that represents you. You may feel like there are very few people that actually hold this candle, all right, that hold this candle that's able to shine light in darkness. For many of you feel that way. Especially because there's like a lot of moments of uncertainty regarding what you know or what you thought you knew about the world, about the planets, about the cosmos. It's almost like, you may feel like there's just very few, it seems like there are very few truths. And it seems like there are more lies than truths. It's giving that energy. And that may very well be what that energy of the shadows is. For many of you, that energy of the shadows is you not really seeing if it's truth or not. It's like a gray line. It's giving uncertainty. It's giving confusion. Plain and simple. It's giving confusion. And your spirit guides are clearly showing you as being very resilient. Okay. Whether you are just one among 1,000, a billion, or whatever it is, your spirit guides are clearly showing you as being someone who has, even if you don't feel like you are resilient, you have the capacity to be resilient. Okay. Regardless of whether you are just one in a million. Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long. Someone needed to hear that. Perhaps it is your love. Okay. Perhaps it is, you are someone that truly has that light, because you are one of the few people that actually have love, okay, in your heart, in your being, in your soul, in your existence. Okay. This is an energy that is very few and far in between. Like, you're someone who's very rare. Okay. You are a rare breed. You see this right here that's showing up? It's almost it's almost like, like your light right here is okay. You're a very rare breed. Who is experiencing a lot of, you could be seeing 222 quite a bit for some of you. Or just in general, you could be seeing a lot of spirit numbers, as they call them spirit numbers. When you look at the time and you see that it's 222 or 111. So you could be someone who, your spirit guides speak to you through numbers. Okay. Perhaps needing to pay more attention to numbers. All right. And the significance of numbers. Five could be very significant for many of you. Five is an energy of change, an energy of some aspect of like communication being, important there as well. Okay, so I'm gonna look at that, the death and rebirth. The death and rebirth is showing up this time. It's showing up in the reverse. First card showing up. So for some of you, I am seeing that indeed this Two of Pentacles truly represents like this. It's almost like a battle, a fight, a struggle. Okay, for some of you may be more comfortable with that word, a struggle to move forward, a struggle to actually like go through a very, challenging moment of transformation. And it's giving like all these energies that are listed here, right? For many of you, it could be a fear of something, a fear of repeating something. For some of you, it's not just the fear of repeating something. It's actually, that struggle is, for many of you, is about repeating patterns. Like repetitive patterns that has been very challenging to break. Okay. For some of you, this is generational patterns, generations. You talking about like generations after generations have shown various patterns of an inability to move forward, an inability to, or difficulty to rise beyond a certain point. Okay. Whether that is in life, in spiritual walk. For many of you, there could be some challenges having to do with like, finances. Like there could be generational patterns of, feeling lack. Okay. Like these, whether they're actual things happening in your life that show this, or just it could be a thought, you thinking this, like it's, whether it's a thought or not, it's real to you. Okay. It's real to you, and it's impacting, whatever is taking place that you get to do to move forward to experience a major transformative moment. So your guides could be bringing attention to that at this time. There are possible patterns of dependency. Okay. Someone could be, it could be something in your bloodline having to do with like, feelings of dependency. I'm definitely seeing energies of like repetitive patterns, and challenges in, trying to change the things that are not in your best interest, not for your highest good. And this could be what this struggle for many of you is about. Changing patterns, breaking away from old patterns, generational patterns of lack. For some of you, it may even be, things that you may have heard stories from your family about, your family is, this family is cursed with da 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 da, or, you've heard stories like that, where parents or grandparents have told stories about, how your family, they were cursed with this, they were cursed with that. Like some of you, like even learning that has presented itself as a challenge for you at this time. Okay, because that's what we're dealing with right now. It's at this time. You're in a period of time where you are about to experience a major transformation. Okay? A major transformation. And some of you, what I'm getting is like, it's this energy of being stuck at the crossroads. Like, and you're not stuck. That's the thing. You may feel like it. You're not stuck. It's really you being at the crossroads. It's really you being at the crossroads dealing with you. For many of you, it's you being at the crossroads dealing with you. See, this battle of this 2-2, this battle, okay, this battle of the 2-2 is a battle. It's a battle against you and you. The 2 of Swords, it's an energy of the mind. It's an energy of the mind. It's an energy of your mind, and what could possibly be presenting itself as a challenge in order, in you moving forward, in you seeing, okay, that light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm not getting, it's like some of you see it, some of you, it's a lot more challenging to see that light at the end of the tunnel than others. Okay. So for some of you, this will make sense. For some of you, what is being said may sound a little cryptic, or it's like, it may sound like, it's being said in codes. I want you to know that I'm saying it exactly how I hear it. Okay. I'm saying it exactly how I hear, and I feel like whoever this message resonates with, they're going to know it's for them. Okay. Tell me, see, death and rebirth, death and rebirth. Like many of you, you're getting these signs. You're definitely getting these signs that you are in a very, like you're in a defining moment of your life right now. You're getting the signs, you see it. Whether the signs are within, many of you, the signs are within, and many of you, the signs are without. For many of you, the signs are definitely without, that you are in a very defining moment of your life right now. Okay? And for many of you, the signs are definitely within, um, regarding what time it is right now. Okay. And if there was anything that was going to show you that you are in a transformative moment, like seriously, the death and rebirth card shows up first. Okay. This is all about transformation. Like this is all about right now. Okay. So I feel like many of you, you get to, it's like wherever you are in your mind about your past, I almost feel like your spirit guides are trying to tell you you get to be in the right now. Okay. Whatever you've heard about your family, you know, their past and what happened, you know, whatever, you know, challenges or struggles you may have had mentally regarding what's happening right now. Like I feel like there's some energy trying to pull you into the now. Okay? They're trying to tell you you get to be in the now, because right now we just happen to be you know, in Scorpio season, right? Death and rebirth. That's Scorpio season, okay? In Haitian Vodun, this is the element of Bawon, okay? Bawon Samedi. This is all about the now. There's something about the now that your spirit guides are saying, if you and this is exactly how I'm hearing, if your ass wasn't in the now, you need to bring your ass in the now, right now. Get it out the past, okay? And get it in the now. I'm hearing it like that. All right. Don't know if there are children in the room. Okay. You get to be in the now. Your ass need to be in the now. Okay. Whatever it is that you struggling with or whatever was in your past, get it right. Get it in the here and now. Because for many of you, the reason why this death and rebirth card is showing in the reverse is because you seem to be, it's patterns. You're repeating patterns. You're repeating generational patterns. You know, whatever your mind convinced you that you were going to be, you know, and it's almost like something's trying to convince you that, you know, you are less than who you actually are. You see that battle that showed up in the very beginning? It's a battle. It's a battle for real. Okay, so I'm hearing get in the now. Because what you're doing is resisting this transformation that's happening, and it's happening for you. Many of you may not know that. It's happening for you, not against you. Your spirit guides don't work against you. They work for you. Tell me about the death and rebirth and the death and rebirth. 4-4. Some of you could be seeing 4-4-4 quite a bit. Whether it's 4-4-4 a.m., 4-4-4 p.m. Okay, pay attention to those times. There could be very significant messages that your spirit guides are telling you. Or they could be telling you that there are some things that you get, perhaps you get to rise, you know, in the early part of the day and commune with the spirit realm, because you know that time is very significant. Okay, the time of the day is very significant in terms of like our ability to communicate with the spirit realm. And it could be that your spirit guides are wanting you to, you know, devote time and energy, to commune with them. And I have heard it before, and I have personally seen it before. There's something significant about, you know, like the period before the day. Okay, you know, different people have said like it's really that quiet time. It's a really good time to manifest. Okay, to put time and energy into what you want to change. So there may be a need, or, you know, that's something that you get to communicate with your spirit guides about. So that way you get to be in alignment for what you get to change. So that way you don't continually repeat cycles. Tell me about the death and rebirth and the death and rebirth. That's something else. appearing twice. Okay, let's see. All right. Something's got to give. It's either something's got to give or there's about to be a very huge change. Okay. Like the tower, a lot of times the tower is perceived as, something negative. This could very well be that your guides are trying to steer you away from something that is a tower moment. Okay. That could be why your spirit guides are, showing you some things. I feel like the tower in this case may represent like the destruction of some old way, possibly, of thinking, whether it's on your part or whether it is external. Okay. Case where your spirit guides, can you guys hear me? Okay, so it's definitely the case where your spirit guides are wanting you to remove some old way of thinking. Okay, that's definitely what this that's what this tower represents. Okay, it's either it's either you needing to, or you getting to remove some old way of thinking, or again, I'm getting whether it's internal or external. There's an old way of thinking it's gotta go, and it's going. Okay. There's something it's like something that's being shattered, something that's being removed. It's like, and it's not just removed, right? This is like complete destruction of this way of thinking. And for many of you, this tower represents a way of thinking, all right, that has held precedence possibly in your life for way too long. Okay? For way too long. That's what this represents for many of you. And it's an old way of thinking, something that's caused major confusions, something that's appearing as if it's appearing in the shadows. It's not of light. Okay, yet what you're seeing is that there is light coming, and in this case it's not just light coming, it is lightning that's coming to destroy this way of thinking. That's what this tower represents. This is why right now is significant, because you have major towers, okay, that are signified here as ways of thinking, that are showing up here as, very confusing types of like energies. Confusing in a sense that it is a way of thinking that is promoting staying in the shadows. It's a way of thinking that's promoting ignorance. It's a way of thinking that is not promoting the elevated being that you are. Okay, whether that is external or internal. Okay, that's part of what this like this battle, this struggle that's showing up. That's what it's showing up as right now. And your spirit guides are saying, they're saying no. See that? They're saying no to that. They're saying no to any and everything that is hidden in the shadows, that is keeping you stuck, keeping you in lack, keeping you basically away from enlightenment, keeping you from truly being in the knowing. Because whatever this energy is, right? So that's keeping you at the stuck crossroads. It's keeping you at the crossroads because it's trying to really blind you from the truth of who you are. Okay? What is significant about this is that you have major revelations coming to you. All right. That's what this tower represents. You have major revelations coming to you. And perhaps this reading for many of you is a moment of revelation in regards to, okay, like I'm coming into awareness about something that I knew that needed to be changed, that I felt like needed to be changed, something that, that you could have been struggling. And I don't want to say struggle, like it's a challenge. Some people may not like that word. And for some people, you're like, yeah, this is a struggle. And you're very clear about that. So let's see about this Two of Pentacles. Many of you, you know very well what the struggle is about. Okay. Some of you, it could be an addiction to something. Okay. An addiction, perhaps something that no one else knows about. Okay. Something only you, when you go to bed at night, you know that this is the struggle that you have. And it's like, it's clearly keeping you at some kind of crossroad. You see this energy right here. It's like, trying to balance the scales. Like, and some of you, you clearly feel like the scales are not balanced. Like it's like some of you may feel like, well, am I going to get a break? You know what I mean? It's like 1 minute, that conscious light part, it's like it's winning, and then the next moment it's like, well, dang, something outside of myself is like, or perhaps it is myself and I'm not, just, you know what I'm saying? Like it's that struggle for many. Okay, tell me more about this Two of Pentacles. What do you want us? Yeah, for many of you, it really does have to do with like some aspect of your abundance, perhaps even challenges having to do with finances. Like that feels like this ebb and flow. Like 1 minute it feels like the finances is all right, and then the next minute it's like it's not only in the zero, it's in the negative kind of thing. Like, the struggle is different for different folks. Okay, the challenge is different for different folks. Like some of you, I'm getting that it's like, you see this, this is the interesting thing, because you're moving towards a place where for many of you, it's crazy, not really crazy. For some of you, it's like this, it's like a battle between the spiritual and the physical. It's a battle between the financial and the spiritual. Like some of you feel like you've got the finances, like the finances are straight. It's just the spiritual that's like, okay, let me just get this together. And for some of you, it really is the other way around. You got the spiritual thing. You like, okay, I'm on the right track here. So what's up with the finances? Okay, ancestors, what's up? What's up? Okay. What many of you may not know is that currency, the current currency it's another topic. It's attached to some energy outside of, we'll leave that alone. Okay. In any case, everyone's got their own challenges, their own struggles that they're dealing with at this time. Tell me about this Two of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm seeing this Queen of Swords energy here. Okay, so what this Queen of Swords represents, okay, this could be a Queen or King of Swords, right? This is energy, because whether you're masculine or feminine, right, you could be this King or Queen of Swords. This represents someone who has insight, okay? You are, what I'm seeing is like things are developing, okay, where you may not have had insight previously. Regardless of what that struggle is that you're experiencing right now, What I'm seeing is that it's like you see this represents your third eye. Okay? I'm not sure if you can see it. This represents your third eye. This is your third eye. Your third eye is opening. Okay? That means that you are gaining insight into the real, like you getting insight into whether it is spiritual or material, you're getting insight into, okay, this is what I get to do X, Y, and Z, right? You're getting insight into what it is that's going to lead you to your bliss, which is what this transformation is about. It's about you coming into your bliss, whatever that bliss is. Okay. Some folks may call it a happily ever after. And I'm kind of hesitant to use the word happily ever after because we tend to we tend to have images of these cartoons and for some of us it may not resonate because it just seems so fictitious. It's not real. Like it seems like it's a false image of really what reality represents. Yeah, just know that everything is based off of reality in some way. Okay, so whether you see it as a happily ever after, so what is showing up for you is that you are gaining insight into what it is, what it takes to bring your bliss, to bring your 10 of cups. For many of you, there's some aspect of your stability, okay, that's showing up here. There's some aspect of your stability that's showing up here. There's something about relationships. For many, there's some aspect of relationships. So you could be gaining some insight into whatever it is connected to relationships. Some aspect of abundance. Whatever abundance resonates with you as at this time, that's what you're getting insight about. Okay, whereas previously you may have not seen what that was. Okay. Now with this, I'm also seeing that you are balancing out the elements. So with you gaining insight, what this means is that where it may have been previously that one element is kind of like falls short. Okay, things were not as balanced. Okay, you can clearly see here that things are not balanced, right? What's happening right now with you gaining insight is that things are balancing out for you. You see that? Things are balancing out, whereas previously things were not as balanced. Okay, so okay, so what's happening right now is that you are gaining clarity where you may not have had clarity. Okay, you're definitely gaining clarity. Tell me about the Two of Swords. You're also removing the things that are keeping you or used to keep you in the crossroads. That's what this Two of Swords represents. And for many of you, it took going within. It took you going within, or some of you, your spirit guides are telling you it's going to take you going within. Like, this is giving an energy of like soul searching. This is giving an energy of someone who's had time, time in silence, time to themselves. It may even be that you chose to have moments of solitude to really go in and get clarity regarding what time it is. Okay. Like for many of you saw yourself. Okay. You saw yourself in the crossroads. And that's the difference that it's taking now, is that you may not have seen that for so long that you could have even been the leg in someone's story. Like, wait, you still at that crossroad? I thought you were there 10 years ago. Like, it's almost giving this energy that you became the leg in somebody's, you know, story, right? Leg at the crossroads, like you basically, you took up space there. You were at the crossroads. And what does that mean for some of you who may not know? When someone says you're at a crossroad, you're at a point where it's like, well, y'all know what it's like to be at a crossroad. Okay, crossroads are not meant for you to stay there. Okay, crossroads are meant for you to cross. And so for many of you, what that means is when someone says you are at a crossroad, that means that you've had the intention to become your greatest self. You've had the intention to go through this transformative moment. It's like something in you, like the little train that could. You've had the intention to, become your greatest self. And there was always something that kept you stuck at that crossroad. Like, when you have, some of y'all may remember, moments during your childhood where you were crossing, depending on where you're from, where there are people, guards that always assure that, the children crossed the road to safety when they were coming, from school, that kind of thing. Like, for some of y'all, it's almost like, you took up post at the crossroads because you were just there and just, okay, something was just keeping you stuck there for some time, stressing you out, not able to, find rest, not able to find peace, not able to heal. For some of you, what kept you at a crossroad was you feeling ill, perhaps needing to heal from something. Yeah, you had some time to think at the crossroad for quite some time. Tell me more about this Two of Swords and Four of Swords. There's a lot of thinking that took place for many of you. You've definitely had time to think. And you've had time to, process whatever it is that you get to process. Four Swords and Two of Swords. Yeah, this introspective moment was about you finding balance, because for quite some time you didn't feel like you were balanced. You may not have felt like you were yourself. Okay, so this is what's happening right now. That introspection is bringing a lot of progress for you. Okay, you see this energy of this person is moving forward. Okay, and look at all these swords energies. Like, this is really like what it's really taking. It's so interesting because this struggle that you felt like or challenge that you experienced, many of you are coming to the realization that you had to get out of your mind. Okay, it was you holding you back. You had to face yourself. There you are. There you are. There's the two again. Okay, again, some of you really could be seeing 222. So, Two of Swords, Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Okay, the elements are balancing themselves out. Yeah, you had to have moments of introspection where you faced you. For many of you who may not be familiar with Haitian Vodun, the snake represents Dambala energy. This is a healing energy. You facing yourself is what's healing you. You having moments of introspection, going within, meditating. That's what's healing you. That's what's helping you to progress. And that's what's also helping you in this major transformative moment. It's giving an energy of like you finally connecting, finding You trusting yourself. You are trusting you learning to trust yourself, trusting your intuition. All of this is bringing balance, okay? It's bringing balance to you. And I keep seeing some aspect of like marriage, right? So for someone that could be significant, marriage, families and stuff like that. For some of you that are healing relationships with generational patterns of failed relationships, I'm seeing for many of you that is significant at this time. Experiencing generations or generational patterns of failed relationships. Like some of you, like whatever stories your family told about your family could be about that. Like you could have heard stories previously that, oh, that's just the way the family is, honey, da da da, women don't find men in this family, or men don't find women. Like you could have you could have been told stories like that. And there's some aspect of that for some of you who have experienced that, that's healing at this time. Your spirit guides want you to be patient with yourself and remain trusting of yourself and your energy, because whatever needs or gets to be healed, there's like major towers that are breaking in the spiritual as well as the physical in order for this transformation to happen. Okay. Yeah. It's happening. It's happening. You're dealing with those challenges. And there's definitely, this could represent a spirit guide or somebody's up to the challenge with you and on your behalf. It's interesting because for many of you who are healing generational patterns of failed relationships, the towers that are breaking is making way for someone to come into your life as we speak, someone who's compatible with you. This is not just you. This is also someone who's compatible with you. It may even be that you meet someone who very well relates to this story. And I'm also getting this. Some of you could be currently married right now. And you kind of like, you still feel like, that compatibility may not quite be there. There could be something that is either something being fixed in that current relationship, or whatever it is that your spirit guides are doing to bring bliss, okay? To bring a blissful relationship, to bring happiness, whatever it is. There's something about intimacy, trust. Perhaps these patterns have impacted your connection that way. All right, let me see about this moving forward, because we're already in a little bit longer than I was thinking. So let's move forward. Let's see this. This Eight of Pentacles, right, is giving an energy of like you manifesting something. Okay. Possibly something that you worked hard for, spiritually, physically, something that you've searched for, something connected to this energy of transformation that's showing up here. Tell me about this Eight of Pentacles. I keep seeing marriage for many of you. So perhaps that generational pattern for many of you of failed relationships is very much relevant to this reading for you. It's very much relevant for you. Some of you were told something about yeah, like your family or the women or the men being cursed. Like you've heard stories, possibly even connected to, and I'm hearing it could be connected to your spirituality, something connected to your spirituality. Like you were told to believe that perhaps if you practice a certain spiritual practice, that it would lead you down a certain path where you may not have where you may not find a significant other. Okay, like and I'm gonna give you an example. Like, for example, in Haitian Vodun, like a lot of us are taught to believe that, people don't find a significant other because, they they work with the loi. Like it's some BS like that. Like, it's almost like a scare tactic. Some of you, especially some of you who are deeply spiritual, there's some folks that may have like tried to impose their, whatever colonized, BS that they believe in. They talk about come to Jesus and then you'll find a man. The reason why you don't have a man is because, you worship you or you work with the loi, regardless of what your spiritual practice is. Like in Haitian Vodun, that's a belief. Like, we are taught to believe, for many of us, right? And it's really just that colonized, way of thinking. And I'm not gonna hold y'all, I'm not really gonna go too deeply into this, okay? It's just, it's a thing. It's a thing where it's like people are scared. Fear, okay? People scare people away from their traditional indigenous practices, saying all types of stuff. Okay? Saying all types of stuff. Like in the Haitian Vodun, I've seen this. I've seen this where people are like, oh, the reason why you ain't find a man, or the reason why you didn't find a woman, is because, un poco converti. You haven't converted. You haven't converted to, Christianity. I've seen it, y'all. And I'm just telling you some stuff. It's giving that kind of energy. And it's like, stop that BS, okay? Stop that BS. And a lot of these folks, with the fear tactics and stuff like that. And for many of you, these are the stories that you've heard, okay, that have kind of like, kind of steered you away from your spiritual practice. You've heard stories from, your mama, who heard stories from their mama, and they don't even know where they got it from. So some of y'all, like, you're healing that as you come into your spiritual practice, as you awaken, okay, that energy within, as you awaken your true self, who you are, and you uncover that it was never about these stories that were told, okay, about generational patterns of failed relationships, like whatever, however the stories came. You coming into your power and actually knowing this is going to change a lot. Okay? It's going to change a lot. You did not experience failed relationships because you practice Vodun. Okay? You didn't experience failed relationships, because you refuse to convert to Christianity. Christianity is not even your, okay. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna keep going. These stories, right? These stories like that a lot of you are told. These are the towers that are being shattered at this time. Okay? These are the stories that are being shattered at this time. These are the stories for many of you that have made you believe That the reason why you haven't gotten X, Y, and Z is because you didn't go down a path that you were being scared into going into. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I have to be scared into anything, I don't want it. You mean you trying to scare me into converting into your spiritual practice, and that's going to make me what? I should fear what? Fear. I don't know about y'all, but I don't fear my loi. I have respect for them. I have reverence for them. I don't fear my loi. Okay? So you might want to rethink anything that you are, okay, that they use fear tactics to get you into. Anything that is fear-based. You might want to rethink that. I digress, y'all. I digress. This is supposed to be all right. Let's go. Okay, Ashe, ancestors. Ashe, Ashe, and Kwasembo. All right, let's go. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is about. This ain't just any death and rebirth, y'all. This is the shattering of a system. This is a shattering of a system, a way of thinking that has held you at the crossroads for quite some time. And I know even after this reading, some of y'all, it's like it's just going to pass over your head. It's like it's either you get it or you don't get it. That whatever has kept you at the crossroads, it's being done with. Okay? It definitely kept you in a space that didn't help you or allow you to progress. Check this out. Hierophant and the Hermit. Whatever it is that's shattering for many of y'all, it's definitely those institutions that are teaching you to fear your traditional practices. Okay. Now, it's not to say that, we have issues with those, but it's like, okay. Some of you, you're coming into your own truths. You're coming into your own truth regarding who you truly are and what has truly been holding you back. Like for many of you, it's been, a series of lies told to you about who you are, where you come from. That's this energy that's creating a struggle. It's some information that's hidden in the shadows that's definitely, kept you in a certain space for way too long. It's kept you stuck at the crossroads. And the crossroads, you already know it's not a place that you want to be at. It's a dangerous place to be at, to stay there. Okay, crossroads are meant to, okay, you're here, and then you're meant to, elevate and become the highest greatest the highest greatest version of yourself. Okay. 5-9. Change. Yep. The destruction of this tower is about a major change. 5-9. Okay, it's about a major change. All right. Tell me more about this Eight of Pentacles. Let love guide you. Okay? Let love guide you. Love for self. Love for your ancestors. Love for your spirit guides. And do away with these false beliefs, false patterns. Whatever it is that's been convincing you that you are less than. Do away with that. Okay, let's go. Okay, so what is this? Um, Two of Wands. All right. Two of Wands. This is you being decisive, making a decision. A major decision that you're making. For some of you, this is detachment from something, or detachment from a way of thinking. You definitely do have a choice. Okay, you definitely do have a choice. Queen of Cups. This is an energy of you trusting your intuition, trusting your innermost self, or finding that innermost self. There's also some aspect of you coming into balance as you also find others that are promoting of that elevated aspect of yourself. That Three of Pentacles is about that. I feel like that's a major part actually for many of you. It's not just about you facing you and being in connection with you. It's also you finding the right kind of company. You see that? You see the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, Spirit, Ten of Pentacles. You see how the Two of Pentacles showed up again? So some aspect of your spiritual energy, whatever it is that you are balancing out that's leading to this transformation, it has to do with you being in the right company. And for many of you, that's not even something that you fathomed previously. Like some aspect of your stability having to do with being in the right company. Many of you were not in the right company that was promoting your strength. You have energies that consistently reminded you of how weak you should be, or how weak you were, or this and that. Okay, whether it was intentional or unintentional. Okay, you have an energy that's balancing out, and that's also bringing good news in terms of your ability to be resilient. It's bringing good news in terms of this new beginning that you started out with. You see that? The new beginning. This is this transformation that's showing up for you. It's about this new beginning. And you being connected to your light is basically that light within that's like, it's like that light has been lit. Okay? And it's clear that if there was ever a doubt, you know, what energy is winning, okay? Because remember, there was like this struggle in your transformation as, okay, well, you know, I have this part of me that's like kept me at the crossroads. And I also have this part of me that's like brilliant. It illuminates, you know, when I'm connected to it. So for example, like, you know, when you're connected to your indigenous, you know, spiritual practice, that could be where you find your light. But it's like you may experience a conflict because of the stories that you've been told about that connection to this indigenous spiritual practice. So what's happening right now is that what you intrinsically know to be true is what's in fact winning. Okay, what's in fact winning, not the stories that have kept you at the crossroads. And that light that you have, it's proving to be a lot stronger than anything that is hidden in the shadows that have caused you to be stuck at the crossroads. Okay? So this Ace of Wands is about power. It's about light. It's about you being in your knowing. And that's where many of you are. And it's you being resilient and choosing to accept whatever challenge there is in order for you to experience this transformation in order for you to experience this new beginning. Some of y'all are like, that energy of resilience is really, really pulling through right now. It's like, you could be taking a lot of, action steps towards this transformative process. Okay, whatever that action step is, it could be connected to your connection to the spirit realm. Whatever it is that you're doing, it's helping you to gain resilience. Okay. Anything else about this Ace of Wands? There's a lot of fire energy showing up for you. A lot of fire. Fire is connected to creativity. It's connected to protection. Okay, so your guides could also be telling you like, hey, you are protected from, any seen and unseen, whatever. Anything unseen and unseen that you may feel like, actually not may feel, anything seen or unseen that is a threat, you're protected from that. Because I am getting that there could be those energies. This could be why you're showing up kind of like, looking side-eyed, feeling, yeah, there's some of that. There's some of that energy in your surrounding. You're protected from that. And there's a lot of exciting things coming your way. Okay. Okay, it's coming. 8 of Wands. It's definitely coming. All right, y'all. Okay, let me see if there's anything else. Now you see progress showing up twice. Rushing in, coming in. This is happening. Trust your intuition. Okay? Trust your intuition. And I almost feel like your spirit guides are telling you to move, with the energy of your spirit guides, like however it is that they lead you to move. Anything else? Okay, so continue to do whatever it is that you are doing, putting in the work to manifest this, because that's exactly what's happening. There's also something about a 8 of Cups. So moving forward, moving away from something, a way of thinking, moving towards your truth. That's basically it. Okay? You're moving towards your truth. 8-8. 8-8 could be significant. You could be seeing 888 as an energy. All right? So continue to walk in your power. Walk in your truth. Oh, look at that. The star is showing up. I mean, if this is not about rebirth, I don't know what is. If this is not about you going through a major transformative moment in order for you to remove yourself from a crossroad and have that energy of rebirth. There's that 8 again, y'all. Saturn showing up. Saturn energy showing up. Okay. Which is, it's about transformation. See, it always comes back. It always comes back to the truth, which is that this is a major transformative moment for you right now that is leading to your new beginning, that is leading to a rebirth that's connected to your spiritual elevation. See, it happens. It's happening. It's happening anyway. All right. That is the energy. Ashe. Yeah, you're right. Catalina, you said we are never powerless. Indeed, that is right. We are never powerless. That is indeed what it is. We are never powerless. Um, we just get to know that. Okay, we just get to know that we are always in our power, and a lot of times what keeps us from truly walking in our power is just knowing that. um Sometimes it's about, like, shutting out that noise that's trying to convince us otherwise, that's trying to convince us that we are something we're not. And that's really, for many of you, that's really what that crossroad is about. It's shutting out that noise, going within. Remember that Four of Swords, like going within, shutting out that noise. Okay. And for many of you, it's people that are connected to you that are presented as noise, whatever it is. Okay, that's exactly what it is. Ashe, ashe. Okay, you're an Aquarius. Anthony, you're an Aquarius. Oh, ashe, Catalina. Good to have y'all on the live. I'm gonna read some of y'all comments. I love the comments. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Williams, you said you can't be bound. Your soul is free. Ashe. And sometimes it really takes, in some circumstances, it takes like a lot of willpower for us to recognize that we are never bound. That we've always been that we've always been functioning in freedom. And the mind is a very powerful thing. The mind can convince us that we are bound when we've never, and it's like you said, your soul is free. Ashe. Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm going back to the comments. All right, y'all. Okay, so. All right, y'all. Okay, peace, love, and divine light. I will end it on this note. Shout out to all the members in the live who attended the live. Shout out to all of you who attended the live, who commented, who liked the video, thumbs up the video. Okay, TMH Oakland in the house. Hey, I'm gonna shout out a couple of people that said that they were from various places. Okay, I see San Quentin in the house. Okay. Where else are y'all tuning in from? Okay, I'm not seeing any other places. So wherever you are tuning in from, and I may have missed it. Okay, thank you to the person that sent the super chat. Paula, thank you. Ashe, thank you, Paula, for the super chat. All right, y'all. Okay, so that is, I don't see any other. California, okay, shout out. Okay, Vancouver in the house, shout out. Do we have any people? Do we have anybody from IT in the live? Okay, North Carolina, shout out to North Carolina. Okay, LA, shout out to LA. Washington State, Catalina, shout out. Okay. Ohio, shout out to Ohio. Okay, shout out to all of y'all who attended the live. Oh, Georgia, shout out. Texas, shout out to Texas. Okay, I see. Where's this? New Zealand. Okay, I see somebody put the Haitian flag up. Washington D.C. Okay, shout out y'all. Okay, wherever it is that you tuned in from, peace, love, and divine light. Continue to transform and become the highest and greatest version of yourself. All right, peace, love, and divine light, y'all. All right, peace.